Mike, watch the pass.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Hello, West. 3 is the mark. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 25, check 25.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession. Will stay the same.
Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a pass.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No take. Hayward. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Quinnen Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
To try again after the sack. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Jackson, he's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now he's good. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. So they're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a great throw right there, and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down, Mahomes, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes being chased out left. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Check 59, Mike.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but two incompletions since. Jackson will throw again. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Now Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You mine. Go, go. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check, 59.
They'll try and run for it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 59, Mike is second.
Here's Jackson to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes, he'll buy some time right. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on second down, Jackson, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it again with Barkley. He spins free. And he's got room. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there, and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Redmond, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Bills have recovered. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jackson looking to throw on third. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check, 59.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20 and a first down, Chiefs.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run on first down. Redmond. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jack! You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. Redmond. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.